Call to order the Board of Public Works meeting for July 15th, 2016 to order.
So moved.
First, we have the reading and approving of the minutes.
Let's dispense of the reading of the minutes and approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next, we have the payment of the claims. Is there any discussion about the payment of the claims? Any questions? You know,
Any comments on the
Claim.
claims for this period?
We did get in a $102,000 bill today, and it's supposed to be due Monday. So we may have a bill that we have to pay between now and the next one. Every now and then we have to do that. There were no records really left, and so every now and then we have to do research and
But
figure
you
out.
got it today and it's due Monday?
Yep.
Well, that's very
Awesome, huh?
nice of them, yeah.
Yeah. So not sure what it's for. At first, we thought it was for the utilities. It's not for them. So I'm researching that, but that will, if it is indeed due Monday and everything checks out, then that'll have to be paid before our next meeting.
great.
Is that gonna be something we'll have to prove?
Approve it before it actually.
Right. So what I'll do is, when I figure out what it is Monday, I'll email the three of you guys and let you know what I found out, and then we'll have to do some sort of approval.
Okay.
But right now, that's really all I know. I mean, we're going through history to see if we paid anything of the same amount. That's how we found things before,
Right.
and haven't found anything yet, so.
Who's the bill from? You don't have,
It's from US Bank, and,
Okay.
and as far as I know, I haven't seen anything from US Bank, so it's a mystery right now, but I'm working on it.
How much is it again?
102,000.
It wouldn't be a bond, would it?
I don't think so, because, Wells Fargo bond, but I've never received a piece of mail since we've been here that says US Bank. So I really, truly have no idea what it is. I'm still trying to figure it out.
It's Big Brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will email you guys Monday and let you know about that. But that's the only thing I see coming down the pipeline that might be a little weird. It's not anything in these, though.
Payment of claims?
No, sir.
All right, so I would accept a motion to accept the payment of the claims.
So moved.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next, we have the city attorney report. Pat's gone today. Under old business, we have none, so we'll move into new business. We have a alley closure request from Voodoo Public House, and I see Emily is here. This is for December 12th, is that right?
What?
Is that-
July 23rd?
Is that not what's going on there? July 23rd, I'm sorry.
We ended
Great.
up switching the date to, like, last minute
Okay,
to August 27th and August 28th, or the 28th or 29th.
okay, so that's Saturday,
27th?
Sunday in August.
I think it's the 20, hang on, I got it written down. Dan just messaged me and said we want to switch it. Because it was too close for us to manage it all together. For the 27th and 28th of August.
Now, this does say 12 on here, so I'm guessing that's the time that you want, from 12
Yeah.
PM to 12 AM.
Okay. And so that's not really going to go into Sunday then?
I don't believe so. We would be done Saturday evening by midnight.
Okay. And that's, do you know when First Farmers, when their drive-through closes?
I'm not sure. We figured it all out for the 23rd, and then with this last minute switch, I have not spoken to the bank yet.
I banked there, so I know they're not open past 12 on Saturday, but I can't remember if they're open till 11 or 12.
Talking to Carrie, it wouldn't have been an issue because they're not starting their event till 6 in the evening.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
We just put the extra hours in there for tent setup and stuff like that if possible.
Gotcha. All right. What's
Talking
the,
to Carrie, she said it shouldn't be a problem because they could still access the deposit and the ATM just coming through the one-way alley, just that short section next to Vickery Dave.
okay,
We would just sign it for them so people know where to go for deposits. And she said by 6 o'clock, all the big deposits are done.
gotcha. So what's the event?
They want to do the year anniversary.
Oh,
Want to
nice.
do beer, serve alcohol and food outside, and maybe have some entertainment.
Okay. Is there any issues from either the chiefs with that alley closing next to Voodoo?
None that I can think of. No, I mean, as long as the bank's okay with it, that would be my only concern.
Right.
Joining from the fire department, though.
Okay. And you guys got all I'm not sure what all permits or permission you need for doing like the alcohol serving and whatnot.
I've spoken to excise and I've also spoken with the health department about it so far.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Is there any other questions for Emily? I would entertain a motion to accept the closure request for Voodoo on August 27th, 12 to 12.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you. Next, we have road closure request from Steve Foyt. Boondocks, sorry if I butcher his last name, tend to do that a lot. Is there anybody here for Boondocks? Looks like street closed on Wayne Street between 3rd and Canal from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Wednesday, the 20th of July for annual Bike Night Circus Week party. Is this, I take it since it's an annual, Chief, we've
I
had
believe
this before?
they've done that at least one other time. I think last year they did the same thing.
Mhm.
And I think that might be some of the concerns with the noise ordinance.
That's how that started, but I noticed he put in here until 10 p.m. So he's doing his due diligence. He's trying to stay, in the time frame, and so
To keep the nuisance of the neighbors,
yeah.
the noise nuisance from the neighbors as much.
But it was a pretty big success last year. I mean, they done very well. So
Wayne Street, 3rd and Canal.
just that road right in front of him.
Yeah. Any comments, any questions, concerns about the?
The only thing is if we're going to block that, if we could have a fire lane, much like we do downtown.
Gotcha.
There could be a, fire on Wayne Street that we need to get to, and if there's a bunch of tables and tents and that type of thing, we would just want to get access up Wayne Street.
Okay. So you want them to have basically a lane to where,
A dedicated fire lane at 12 foot, so we can get our
Okay.
trucks through there.
and is that something where they could have it barricaded and
Yeah, they can
move
still
it?
barricade it as long as they can move the barricades and we can get an engine up Wayne Street.
Okay.
And if, that's my concern, is if there's a house fire on Wayne Street and
Right.
we have to move a bunch of motorcycles and tables and tents, whatnot to get up there. So,
Okay. You make sure to let them know that they have to have a fire lane cleared within the space without tables or parking. Obviously people could walk through it, but
Right.
can't be anything set up
Right,
in a
12 foot,
12-foot
Wide.
yeah.
12-foot wide lane.
And then usually you request somebody to be
To move the
designated.
barricades for us, so we don't have to get off the
Right.
engine in air packs and
Yeah.
fight the barricades. So,
Okay. All right, well, with the caveat of having the 12-foot fire lane and people at the event ready to move it in case of emergency. Is there any other concerns or anything? So, take a motion to approve of the, one second, get my paperwork straight. Take a motion to approve the road closure request from Boondocks with the stipulations by the fire chief.
So moved.
Not yet. Reason why is I just looked ahead. I'm just trying to see, they're wanting to
Oh,
do this
gotcha.
dig,
Yeah,
and when are they wanting to do it? It doesn't say.
gotcha. Good eye. There is another closure request that has to do with Wayne Street. That's what we're looking at the moment here. This is the third closure request on the agenda for NIPSCO for road cuts.
See, they're talking 7/13
Mhm.
to 10/16. What's this one?
And this is for,
Seven. Okay. All right, I'll second that.
okay.
This is 7/5, wait. Yeah.
Project start date 7/13.
They're wanting it on the 20th, and they're not gonna start. Yeah, they're starting on the 13th.
Right, they're starting on the 13th, so we gotta make sure that you don't have two of these trying to happen at the same time.
You got the road torn up. Well, I guess it'll be closed, right? Just ain't gonna have very many bikes driving in the mud.
We don't have anybody here from NIPSCO to speak about this, do we?
It's not the same one. For Boondocks, are they wanting it July 20th, sort of a date during the?
Yeah, July
Yeah, it was
July
20th.
20th.
NIPSCO is what's the date
13th, their start date,
of
and
July?
Mhm.
yeah,
Today's the 5th.
Yeah,
Right,
that would have been
yeah.
earlier this week.
Right. So I don't know, they're saying that their project, they want it to start 2 days ago, and it's not gonna end until in October. So I don't know, I don't imagine they're gonna close the road for that entire time. I think we're gonna be going through and cutting pieces during that time period. But I don't really know in detail of what their plans are here.
project scope, i.e. driveway, sewer repair, tire gas service, customer demolishing house. Oh. So they're not gonna cut that till probably that house is demolished.
I feel like we need some more information from NIPSCO on exactly when they're gonna do this, because I mean, given that they have they're asking for a date that lasts 3 months, over 3 months, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, to have Wayne Street closed
Right,
for 3 months.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
and I really doubt that they mean to actually close it for those entire 3 months, but there's really nothing in this paperwork that I can see that explains when they would do it and what length of time they would
Did
need
you-
it closed
Can you
for.
come look at this?
Did you see the third page where it says gas line not marked yet may have to close a lane? The third page.
Single
Yeah.
lane?
Yeah, but the thing is, I just don't know.
South Wayne Street, 'cause here's a piece of map.
Maybe they don't know when during
Wayne
that
Street.
3-month period they need to get there.
Right, and that's what I
Look
assume
at
that they
this, I'm
mean,
thinking,
but without having
Or this way then?
you know,
Right.
a timeline of,
Front way, but
this is like 2 hours sometime during that, you know, or something, I don't
Is one
know.
of the houses, is it on the blight
Okay, it
elimination?
does.
Is that what the house being demolished is? Is it one that we're tearing down? The city?
I couldn't say if this was one of the houses on the,
yeah. Yeah, because on this side of Wayne is where Boondocks is, right? Yeah.
I would imagine NIPSCO starting on a Saturday evening.
No, I know, but that's kind of odd that they have that kind of request.
Yeah.
I never remember a request like that. It's kind of that
Okay.
open-ended.
So I just wanted to make sure that that was indeed that, because that's the South Wayne Street they're asking to close. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
I mean, this is just to retire the gas service
Yeah, they're just,
for a demolished house. I can't imagine this is gonna be a huge project.
what it says this project's an emergency, no. So
Well,
just-
and if their project completion date is 10/16, if we can get some more information and give them clarification.
Well, we're
it
not
seems like
looking
we
at-
give them still plenty of time to get their project done.
Right, we're not looking at anything coming up after Circus Week. So why don't, yes, we can approve the road closure. The road closure just has to be after Circus Week.
Yeah.
Your start of your project can start. I mean, they were asking for 2 days ago anyway, so
Right.
they're tearing a house down, they're gonna take the piping out. Is it,
Well, do we want to contact them and ask them for a specific time frame? Because
Yeah, 'cause I mean,
approving it as is, someday, sometime, we're gonna close the
Right.
street,
right,
maybe.
because really the way this is worded to me is they have the right to close it for all that time.
right,
And I think we all know that it's just gonna be a short period of time,
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
yeah.
But I think we really, even to say that somewhere within there, they can have it closed for a period of time, but
Which
we don't
would
have
still-
any period of
yeah.
time that they want
Right.
to know
To
how
actually get it
long.
out of there, right.
Yeah. So my opinion is we wait for some clarification on them, from NIPSCO. I can't foresee that being a large issue, if we had to get some clarification from them and do this at the next board of works meeting.
Sure.
Does this project need to go before the water works? Yes. Just making sure I'm reading through all the rest of it. Look, it looks like it's coming into that alley. There's Second Street, Wayne Street. We're gonna have to get that section and then come to the alley wherever that house is at. 301.
Well, and wouldn't the closure for them be here?
No, because canals, if you looked at that other one here, see, they're kind of showing, here's Wayne Street, here's Canal, there's Boondocks is there.
Gotcha.
They're hitting Wayne and then it's coming over to 301. And this doesn't really show it that well. There's 117, so 301, there's 306.
Right.
So they're probably going down that alley. They're gonna come up Wayne and then go down the alley. So they did the alley first and then hit Wayne.
Yeah.
But they're not asking for the alley closure yet. The road closure, which means they're gonna start there first.
Well, if they
Be
cap
my
it-
guess.
If they capped it in the road and left it in the alley for.
Chief, isn't that the parade route?
For somebody else that would come in later and put a
Yeah,
house
but
there or,
it is,
yeah.
but it looks like they're only doing it in front of this house.
Yeah, he
This
just,
301.
he's getting, nobody's here.
It is, but that is something.
Is Wayne Street the road that we use on the parade?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, at least we have to tell them they can't do it till after, After Circus Week.
23rd.
yeah.
The other thing, I borrowed Blaine's request here from Boondocks, but that says the 3rd. So they're going through 2nd all the way to 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
So that means,
NIPSCO, yeah, is.
no, I mean for Boondocks request.
Oh, Boondocks
Street
for
closed
Christmas?
on Wayne Street between 3rd and Canal. So that means they're gonna choke off 2nd Street as well. I wonder if that's a error on their part.
Yeah, they
Right.
thought that was
They
third.
missed 2nd.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even think they'd go all the way to the second. I would think they'd only go to that alley, but.
That's what I
It's
would
a big
think
event,
too.
it's not that big of an event.
I know,
Yeah.
but again, if you guys, in your motion, we ought to.
right, go back and clarify
to
that.
You know, to 2nd to Canal, because if they do in fact want to go to 3rd, I mean, I don't know how you could approve that, because that chokes off 2nd as well.
Right. You guys wanna just go ahead and clarify?
Well, we'll have to
that
strike
it's-
the motion, 'cause it's already been motioned and seconded.
Let's make a motion to amend.
Well, and the thing is, the motion that we made just didn't clarify that. We can just go ahead and make a clarification on a motion that we've already made.
We're only approving this from Second to Canal.
Yeah. So, and if we're all okay with clarifying what the motion is that was seconded and passed, we don't have to strike the motion and replace it.
For sure. I think we do. But
We just
You the
have to
boss.
add an addendum or an amendment.
Okay. All right, well then let's do the addendum.
Okay.
So we have a motion to make an addendum to the motion previously passed for the street closure for Boondocks to be from Second to Canal.
so
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Actually, we didn't even pass that yet.
what?
The only one we passed was
We just did that one.
Voodoo. We were still talking about this when we brought up the third one.
Yeah, but we just did that.
No, what I'm saying is we never passed the motion to do this one, to amend it. We only passed this one.
I know, but that's what we just did, was amend that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were just saying that, like, that's why I was saying we already passed it, we don't have to.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it was motion and second, and it wasn't voted.
All right. Well, because then we also have,
This is the last one left, which is the NIPSCO.
right, but we still need a, because we just voted to amend this. We haven't voted to approve the, Boondocks. Because before we approved Boondocks, we moved on to that to talk about it.
Well, you amended the previous motion, which the motion included approving that.
You had a motion and a second because it's on my paper.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then we've got it amended. So you had passed it and then you
Yeah,
amended it.
that one's already
Okay.
done.
Mhm.
Now,
Okay.
this one, we just gotta tell them you can't do this until after circus week.
Okay.
And
Do we-
they need
but-
to give us a solid
Yeah.
time frame.
Well, yeah, and that's another thing too, because I'd like some kind of, you know, when we do start this, it's going to end at a certain time, not just an open-ended, it can happen anytime in this 3 months.
Right.
And I don't know that we can really say that, like, be able to say, you have 2 days, or you have 2 hours, or, you know.
Right.
Without
I mean,
knowing what
having
that
a,
means.
having a time span is fine, but for God's sake, it's gonna take you 3 months to,
Right,
you know, and maybe it will, maybe pouring, I don't know,
It's not an
Steve, you,
emergency, just table it.
yeah.
does
That's
it
what I
take
said.
that long to cut the street and then have to repave it, reset the,
No, I'm guessing
Same.
that what they've done is ask for approval, that way they have a wide open window, whenever they can get to it, they get to it.
Yeah.
They're gonna cut it, patch it the same day, they're not gonna leave a hole. It's too
Okay.
much of a liability for them to cut it, dig it up, and leave it exposed. As soon as they dig it up, they're gonna cap it, and they're gonna fill it right back in, whether it gets asphalted that day or not, it's gonna get
Right.
gravel put back in it where you can drive on it. So I would imagine they're just leaving themselves a window to where they have that cush to where they can get to it whenever they need to, or they don't know exactly when the house is gonna be tore down, so it's hard for NIPSCO to ask an exact date until they know the exact date of the demolition, so.
Yeah.
and with them having this open for that long,
And the thing is, that would be their intent, and I think that's pretty obvious, that's what the intent is. But the thing is, if we approve the way it's worded, if they were to run into a problem, like, oh, don't worry about it, we've got it approved for 3 months. We can
Yeah, I would ask
take
for-
3 months to deal with the problem.
I would think clarification on their behalf
Yeah.
of when it's closed down, the duration of time that you're gonna close that segment down,
Yeah.
whether it's continuously
Right.
or partial days throughout these next couple of months.
yeah.
Or it might even be partial road too. They might only block off half of it. They're not gonna block off the whole thing to do one line
Yeah,
termination
and
on
I
that.
don't even
Well,
think they
and they
have
probably
all
didn't
the
know how
information
often
they
that the-
need, because they
Our
have
meeting
the
was either, so they sent it out there long enough in advance to.
gas
They're
lines
just
aren't
covering
marked yet.
themselves.
We
Right.
might have to close a lane of traffic,
Yeah,
if traffic will be closed. There's a lot of ifs.
yeah. All right, well, I'll take a motion to table the road closure, street cuts and road closure request for NIPSCO.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, passes. Is there anything else to come before the board? Okay, well, motion to adjourn will be in order.
So moved.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.